Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami, and in this episode of Raid the K, I'm gonna be reacting to the comeback of a group that I really like called KARD. Probably you've heard of it. And also I'm gonna be continuing my reactions to the groups 2PM and iKON. And specifically the songs that I'm gonna be reacting to in this video are going to be Gunshot by KARD, Without You by 2PM, and What's Wrong by iKON. Before we get into the reaction though, there are a few things I just want to talk about quick. First, I want to apologize for reacting to 2PM and iKON so infrequently. It's not necessarily intentional, but I just have so much K-pop songs to react to. It's just, I'm trying to keep it different for each kind of video. Like, in one video I'll do comebacks, in other I'll do recently released album, in other I'm gonna be going back and reacting to some groups like Astro, and in another I'm also going to be reacting to 2PM and iKON. So I try to keep it different, that's why it takes so long. Plus I also try to do other types of videos on my channel, so that also slows down the reactions. But I'm finally getting into it again, and probably it's going to be a while until I react to them again, but what can you do? So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into it, starting off with KARD's Gunshot in 3, 2, 1. I think this is their last comeback as a 4, because one of the members is going to be going to the military. I'm very curious whether I'm gonna like this one or not, because the last one, I think it was called Red Moon. I liked it, but it wasn't as good as Liddy, Dumb Liddy, and Bomb Bomb. I enjoy those much more. So far, I'm kind of liking it. I'm really liking the aesthetic of the music video. Yeah, this one definitely seems to be more similar to Red Moon compared to Liddy Dumb and Bomb Bomb, in the sense that it's not as hard hitting. Honestly, this song seems a little bit dark, I don't know, but I kind of like that darkness to it. Definitely appeals to me. I really like BM's look in this music video. Was that it? That was a little bit maybe too quick. Okay, so we're definitely going to be reacting to this one more time, but I just want to share my first few thoughts about it. I think I definitely like it. Maybe it appeals to me a little bit more than even Red Moon, which might have been a little too in your face. I know that's a weird complaint considering that Dumb Lady and Bomb Bomb are really in your face, but I would say it was in a little bit of a annoying way. And I'm not saying that the song was annoying or anything, but it was leaning more towards certain sounds that annoy me a little bit than making me able to enjoy it. So I definitely think I like this one more, and especially because of the certain darkness to this one that it has. Definitely appeals to me much more. But even then, I don't really think this song has the replayability of uh, Bomb Bomb, and especially Dumb Lady, because Dumb Lady I think is my favorite song of theirs. It's such a good song. I love it. I've listened to it so many times. It's insane, honestly. So while I definitely like this one, and I like the aesthetic, I like the music video, it's definitely not gonna be a song that I'm gonna be replaying a lot. It's just how it is, and it's not like every song has to be that kind of song that you constantly replay, but it's just that with the little free time that I have, those are the kind of songs that I tend to listen to the most. If I can't constantly replay it, I don't really listen to it that much, even if I kind of like it, I don't know. Also, another thing with this song and their last comeback, I've noticed that it seems that the girls are getting much more of the spotlight than the guys, which might make sense because, as I said, one of the members of the guys is going to military service. I think it's the dark-haired guy. I think his name is J-Seth or something. So it makes sense to give the spotlight to the girls a little bit more, and I feel like the girls' voices were much more prominent in this song. I don't know. Not that I'm complaining, I'm just pointing that fact out. It's like I didn't even really hear that much of BM. Yeah, we're gonna be listening to it one more time before I say my final opinions. So without further ado, let's just get into it in 3, 2, 1. Oh, interesting. I didn't notice that. This is how it starts and you just saw how it ended. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's definitely a really good song. It's not a banger, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, there's BM. Why did I not notice him in the last reaction? I love his hair. Okay, I'm definitely gonna listen to it a little bit. Maybe even more than I am saying that I will, but still, it's not an instant banger like Dumb Lady. Man, this group is really underrated. Like, I love how all the members in the group stand out and have their own personalities and auras and just stand out so much, both visually and talent-wise. With like both the rapping and the singing, they stand out so much. They should be much more popular, honestly. I don't understand why they are not. Okay, I'm not watching this ending part again. We already saw it. I don't really care about it. But yeah, this is a pretty solid song. I would definitely say that it's going to my playlist. I will be listening to it. But it's not really a hype song, which as I said is perfectly okay, but it's just something I just want to point out. So it's not gonna be... I'm not gonna be listening to it as much as I've been listening to, let's say, ATEEZ's recent comeback, or the song Hello Stranger by Stray Kids that I recently found out about. I don't know how I missed that song when it was released, but I did. It's just a different kind of song. It's more calmer banger rather than a hype anthem kind of song, but it's still fine. And honestly, for what it is, I think this song is perfect. I think it's much more enjoyable even on first listen than Red Moon, because as I said, Red Moon leans into some a little annoying sounds to me. Like it's more brighter and more in your face with their sounds, and that on and on and on and on during the chorus could be a little bit annoying sometimes. Not really too much, but it could be interpreted as annoying. So I definitely enjoy this one more for that, and especially for the darker aesthetic that it has. I love that. And yeah, I think personally and objectively, I'm honestly gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's a perfect song for what it is. What it is not necessarily what I wished it was going to be, because I definitely wanted Dumb Litty 2.0, if I gotta be honest. Because after all, they released like, what was the original song? Was it Hola Hola or something? They had a bunch of songs that, I think it was like 3 songs that sounded pretty much the same, with like their debut song and their first comeback and the second comeback basically sounded the same. So I don't see what would be the problem with them releasing Dumb Litty 3 times. But I'm also biased towards those kinds of in-your-face, hype, hard-hitting anthem kind of songs. But hey, still, as I said, this is a perfect song for what it is, and I'll definitely be listening to it. I wonder if there's a mini-album though, because I'll be interested to check that out, because when I checked out the B-sides of their last one, I think I enjoyed it a decent amount. But there wasn't really anything as good as the title track, I would say. I don't know. But the B-sides were definitely better than your average B-side, so there's that. But yeah, without further ado, let's continue the reaction with 2PM's Without You. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, one thing I don't understand about K-pop music videos from like before the 2010s, why is the quality of it so bad? It's not like cameras were that shitty back then. Like, I get that kind of quality in the early 2000s, but this is like 2000 what, 8, 9? I heard that whisper. Ooh, I love how moody it is. The singing is a little bit quieter than it should be. Man, people love saying how amazing K-pop was back then here, but I feel like the quality nowadays is so much better. And not to shit on 2PM or anything, they're doing amazing for the era that they are from, but you can see how weak the dancing is compared to what it is nowadays, especially with the 4th generation, which is basically just dancers who can sing and rap. Like, the dancing in this music video reminds me more of what you might see in boy groups in America, like half-assed dancing just for the sake, just so you have some choreo. Not the kind of like a whole performance feel that K-pop groups nowadays have. And also even the songs themselves, like the song is catchy for sure, I like it, but it doesn't feel like it has a proper build-up or anything. It doesn't feel like it has a proper structure of a song. I don't know how otherwise to explain it. Oh, that looks really cool. I honestly don't want to know what the hell are they being covered with. Yeah, I don't really feel like these songs have a proper structure a lot of the time. And that might be just me being stupid, because I'm not a music critic or anything, I'm just a person who enjoys K-pop. Wait, wasn't that... Some of those dance moves look so much like the dance moves from another JYP group. Like, if you search on YouTube, there's one video in which you can see JYP making up the choreo for some song of his own groups in like 2010 or whatever. Like, some of the dancing here really looked like that. I wonder if it was for this song, but from what I remember, I think it was for a girl group, not for a boy group, so I don't think that was him. I guess he might have just slipped it into the choreography here, but hey, I don't know. Okay, so I would say I definitely like this. It's mainly the vibe that I like of it. I like what they were going for with the music video and the song. But the execution definitely leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, for the era that it's coming from, like the early 2010s, like before 2010s, it's fine. It's probably even better than most of things released back then. I just feel like I don't really enjoy that era of K-pop as much, because it doesn't feel as high quality as it is nowadays. Nowadays, there's so much effort put into choreo, singing, rapping, music videos and everything. While back then, I feel like there wasn't as much effort put into it. It was still more than any groups anywhere in the world, I would say, but it still feels more similar to how boy groups are done, were done in America than how K-pop groups are done nowadays. As I said, with the kind of lackluster dancing that is just there to have some choreo, not really to have a performance or whatever. I mean, back then, the singing was definitely maybe a little bit higher quality, but overall, the quality of everything was lower, I would say. And as I said, for the songs themselves, they don't really feel like songs. I don't know how to really explain it. Like, it doesn't feel like the songs have any progression whatsoever. It just feels like a bunch of verses slapped right beside each other with a chorus. I don't know how to describe it. Like, you know how songs from that era feel like, and this one kind of feels like that. But the weird thing is, I can't decide whether I like the song or not, because my tastes in K-pop are based on how it is, how it sounds nowadays. So compared to today's standards of K-pop, I would say this is kind of bad. But compared to the standards of back then, I think it's probably about an 8.4 out of 10. And even then, I kind of like the vibe, and some of the song is really catchy, but the overall quality is just so much lower than today's. I don't know. I feel like today's just so much more effort and work put into the songs, and they try to be more maximalistic with a lot of sounds and a lot of in-your-face stuff. Well, back then, I don't know, it was more chill, I guess you can say. But yeah, as I said, personally, I'm gonna give this one an 8.4 out of 10. While objectively, I think I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Because if you're looking, as I said, if you're looking at it from the perspective of when it was released, it's a pretty good song. It's a really, pretty music video, even though most of it is black. I like that. I love black, I love dark stuff, I love edgy stuff. And this definitely appeals to me, and I feel like most people are not gonna care about details like I do, and you just listen it for the song. And as I said, the song, for what it was, for when it was released, it's a really good song, but by today's standards, it's not really anything special. In fact, I would say the quality is worse. It's pretty bad. But still, because most people are gonna enjoy it, I would give it about a 9 out of 10. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get into the last song of this video, that being iKON's What's Wrong in 3, 2, 1. Wait, I think I've listened to this one. I don't know if I have on the channel, but I've definitely heard this song before. Man, I'm really starting to love iKON. I like that slight rock twang of this song. It definitely makes it a little bit more interesting. And yeah, I have definitely listened to this song before, but I have not seen the music video. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, Treasure definitely reminds me in some ways of iKON, which makes sense that it's from the same company. But like, even in style of music, they're actually not that far off. iKON maybe has a little bit more of... has some rock influence, which I don't think Treasure does have. But it's not like every single iKON song has that rock influence. I wonder who those girls are supposed to be. I would doubt that it's Blackpink or whoever was meant to be in Blackpink, because I think this was released maybe before 2016. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be a little bit biased towards this song, but in the good direction. Because I've already listened to it, it's not really a first impression. I already kind of like it. But from what I remember, when I first listened to it, I didn't like it. But now I do. Okay. Wait, iKON debut album? Is this their debut? Huh. Interesting. Didn't I already react to like what 4 or 5 songs theirs from in terms of like title tracks or music videos? I would think that this might be maybe their 3rd or 4th comeback. I don't know. But okay, so for this song, how I feel is, as I said, I've listened to it before, so it's not first impression, but things that already appealed to me even first listen would definitely be some of the rock-ish sound in the background that you can hear. I definitely like that because it definitely made it a little bit different compared to straight up hip hop of like rhythm tab, because I'm pretty sure I heard this song around the same time. And I would say this is pretty much the only thing about this song that I can say I liked right off the bat. Because after all, this is not really a song that blew my mind or made me fall in love with it right off the bat. It definitely took quite a few listens because I kind of forced myself to listen to iKON, and that was like 3 years ago, I think, in like 2017. But there's a lot of good in it. It's just I feel like back then I was biased against iKON, and that was kind of the case until very recently when I reacted to their most recent comeback, I would say. But there's definitely a lot of good in the song, and the music video is entertaining, but yeah, I think ultimately the song is a fun song that I like, but it's not really a song that I would have listened to if it wasn't for my reactions, or in the case when I first heard it, if it wasn't for the fact that I was looking for more K-pop songs to listen to, because back then I wasn't keeping track of comebacks or whatever. I was just looking up songs on YouTube, and whenever I found out, I would add it to my playlist. Yeah, this is definitely a good song. I think I'm gonna give it an 8.7 out of 10 because I enjoy it, but it's not really, as I said, a masterpiece or anything, nowhere near that, nowhere near a song that is the kind of song that demands you to listen to it constantly. But if it ends up, like if I end up stumbling upon it when I'm listening to K-pop, I would not skip it, that's for sure. Wow, objectively, I think I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. I think most people are gonna agree that songs like Rhythm Tower are better, but still this one is, for what it is pretty good. It honestly reminds me of some songs from American boy groups, I think. Something like Big Time Rush's Windows Down, I feel like is very reminiscent of this, or the other way around. I don't know, it just feels like something you would hear from an American boy group in the same genre, I guess. Yeah, it's a really good song. It's just not an instant hit, that's for sure. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories. Because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you end up enjoying my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help keep the channel going and help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. And additionally, I just want to mention that all the money you decide to support me with are gonna go towards my transition fund, because if you're new to the channel, I'm actually transgender, but I am yet to start my transition. I'm hoping to do so in the next few months. So if you could help me out monetarily, that would be greatly appreciated, but if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out. You can help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!